Hi there. Today we're on a Polish Intercity Express from Berlin, Germany to Krakow. There are two ways to do this trip. One is direct and the other is via Warsaw, or Warszawa as it's called in Polish. We're going direct today on the Polish train. We're entering the station through the Europlatz entrance. Man, these guys smoke a lot. I love the design of this station. Multiple levels, I think 5 different levels, with trains going east, west, north, south, S-bahns connected to it, and you can see like all the different levels from one place. Really amazing station. We're just entering the Christmas season, so the whole station is decked out with fairy lights and Christmas trees and really in the Christmas spirit, which is great. Our train today, the Polish PKP, I think is the pronunciation, or PKP in English, leaves from one of the upper levels. So we'll go up there and have a look. That train on the right is the same sort of train that we'll be taking today down to Krakow. As well as the architecture of the station with this huge roof, there's just a huge variety of different trains that come in. This is a regional train serving nearby cities, and this is the Intercity Express, or ICE. These things are huge, I think. 14 carriages in one. They hardly fit into the station, they're so huge. I don't think we see any trains that long in the US, and I think the US could certainly learn something from them. So Berlin Hauptbahnhof is really a nucleus of the transit system in Berlin. So we're previously an S-Bahn, now a regional train. Just everything sort of comes through here and it makes an excellent interchange. We even have these third-party trains as well, so it's not all Deutsche Bahn. Here's another Polish PKP train coming in from probably Warsaw or Krakow, and it will be similar to the train we're catching. Even just considering the Deutsche Bahn trains, there's a huge variety. Here's one of the slower models, and also coming up on the left is an ICE, an Intercity Express, which travel at around 300 kilometres an hour, I think, 180 miles an hour. Really a magnificent train. We'll be doing a video on one of these shortly, so please subscribe and hit the notification bell and you'll be notified when we do it. Thank you. Look at the size of this thing. I think there's 13 or 14 carriages. Incidentally, there is no carriage 13, which I checked out because I'm in carriage 14 and it went 12 to 14. So there you go. A little bit of superstition as well. So here's our train, the Polish Intercity Express, and we're in first class today. I don't particularly like the layout of these carriages. The 6 seats in a cabin or compartment it's not really first class. There's not much improvement on the second class. But anyway, here we are. I do have the carriage to myself from here, so that's nice. We're leaving in time from Berlin Hauptbahnhof, so off we go. It's about a 7 to 8 hour journey, I think, down to Krakow, and limited stops. The journey is completely within the Shenzhen visa zone, so no stops for passport control or anything like that. It's just a straight-through journey. It's really just a short trip, and we're at East Berlin, or East Berlin Station, I guess. And from there, we really travelling on nice tracks and running at the maximum speed that these trains are rated at, 100 miles per hour, 160 kilometres an hour. So, and a very smooth ride as well. So that's nice. So let's do a quick check of the restroom or toilet situation. Very functional, nothing flash, not drinking water or anything, but it does the job, so to speak. There's a lot of industrial traffic on this line. This train goes all the way on to the Polish-Ukrainian border. We'll be getting off in Krakow, but the train continues on. So let's go check out the cafe car. As first class, we get refreshments for free. And I think that's the main difference between first class and second class in these compartment cars. But let's go check out the cafe. The cafe is usually situated between the first and second class cars. Incidentally, for American visitors, I think there's a magic line between Germany and Poland. I think it's on the Oder River, where before the river they smile when they have service, and after the river they don't. There's no such thing as service with a smile in Poland. The food, though, is delicious and the prices are very reasonable, so there's that. These prices are in Polish zlotys, which is 4 to the US dollar. I just settled for a cappuccino, though. It's included in the price, and it was pretty nice. We're travelling at the maximum speed here, and yes, you can see the track is of a good quality, and it's very stable. Outside, though, it's starting to look very Soviet, with all these gardens where people would grow their own food. We're coming to the actual border now between Germany and Poland at the Oder River, and as I said previously, there's no stops for passenger trains, but all these other cargo trains I think have to stop for customs clearance or something like that. Not exactly sure why, but there's a lot of freight trains queued up there. I think our first stop here in Poland is Japan. I think that's how it's pronounced. That's what I got from the announcements anyway.
Хочешь, не хочешь, вот наведется, заключаешь договір, і якщо в фітнес-клуб ходиш, все на рік.
Poland is a real mixture of modern European and old Soviet style. So some of the old Soviet style buildings, but a lot of new trains and a rolling stock, and you'll see a little later a lot of investment in the tracks and bridges and that sort of thing. As we get closer to Krakow, the track improves and we can maintain faster speeds. It's good quality track, and we are doing the maximum speed of this train, 100 miles per hour, or 160 kilometres an hour, and everything is pretty stable. There's a real mixture of rolling stock on these lines though. There's some of these old Soviet-looking trains mixed in, although I don't think it's that old. It's just being painted with graffiti, and much more modern intercity trains. A lot of investment in new bridges, etc. on these tracks, and it pays off in terms of a smooth ride and fast, efficient transport. It's nice to see a government with priorities on public infrastructure. We had a brief look at the cafe before, but let's go have a look around at the rest of the train. So this is the first class compartments. As I said, I'm not fond of this layout. It's easy enough to move between the carriages, and this is a second class carriage, which frankly not that much difference to the first class carriage. Same seating pattern, seats seem similar, a little more crowded because it's cheaper, and I don't think you get any free food, but really not that much difference. The train really starts to fill up as we get closer to Krakow. A number of people joined our first class compartment now, and I think there's actually 6 of us in this compartment. Something to note about these Polish trains is if you're mobility challenged, it's a little hard to get in and out, so just bear that in mind. So here we are in Krakow. we'll just take a moment to go check out the rolling stock. As I mentioned before, this isn't the terminus for this line. The train continues up into the Polish-Ukrainian border. I'm not even going to try and pronounce the name of the town. It has too many ZRPs in it. But anyway, this train continues on. As for us, it's time to check out the delights of Krakow. Please take a moment to subscribe and turn on notifications to be alerted of any upcoming content that we post. This really helps me out. Thanks a lot. Cheers.